Those aren't cornflakes. This rock is absolutely covered with tiny marine flatworms called aceles. They're not just an animal. They're also kind of a plant, and they're practically immortal. They use simple eyes called ocelli to seek out the sunniest spots on tropical coral reefs, where they spread themselves out like beach blankets. But they don't just lay around sunbathing all day. Aceles are also skilled hunters. They catch prey by engulfing them with their body and jamming them into their mouth. You can see their meal trying in vain to escape. Also, they don't have a butt. Their poop just goes right back out through their mouth. So you wouldn't want to kiss one. They aren't just hunters. These aceles are gardeners, too. See those green dots? Those are algae. And those reddish cells belong to the acele itself. When the sun hits our flatworm friend, the algae inside produce sugars through photosynthesis. Researchers think they share those sugars with their host. In return, the acele provides its waste, which is kind of like fertilizer for the algae. And the acele protects its house guests. Researchers think the aceles pack toxic chemicals in those reddish cells, so predators tend to leave them alone. Without its algae, the acele would eventually die, even if it had plenty of prey to eat. Scientists call a creature like this a holobiont, a single being made up of two or more completely different species. In this case, a solar-powered predator. But that's not even the weirdest thing about them. Researchers at Stanford University and the University of San Francisco are studying aceles because of how they regenerate. And to do that, it'll be okay, I promise. You'd think getting cut in half would be a bad thing. But within minutes, the wounded front half seals up. In a couple days, it'll have a whole new tail. And the backside? It doesn't just make a new head. It makes two. But it's hard to share one body with two heads. So each half eventually pulls away from the other. Where there was once one acele, now there are three. What seemed like a moment of doom was actually one of rebirth. But they don't need the researcher's scalpel. Aceles can drop their tail and clone themselves on their own. The acele and its algae can multiply themselves like this over and over, indefinitely, making them functionally immortal. Aceles can do this because they're packed with stem cells, which morph into any body part the acele needs to regrow. And since they can't hunt until they grow new heads, they're extra reliant on the energy they get from their algae. In these desperate times, the aceles even eat some of their algae. Sorry. Every relationship has its challenges, but the acele and its algae have a deal. By taking advantage of each one's abilities, they're greater than the sum of their parts.